Pour yourself a cold one and join us for an hour filled to the brim with fun.
It hurts in my ears right now.
Entertainment.
Cheeky bang bang.
Information.
I need some water and a washcloth.
And a little weirdness.
Can I be a duck? Yeah, I don't think they want me to be a duck.
It's Happy Hour with DJ Kyle.
Hey, welcome to Happy Hour with your host, DJ Kyle. Hey, that's me. I want to say thanks to our sponsors that make Happy Hour possible, Ozark Barge and Dock. Dock's built tough since 1988. We also have our veterinary. They're bringing us our furry friends today, which we have a dog named Ramsey on the show. Thank you so much to Serdike Yamaha, year-round fun. We're going to be checking out all the cool toys this summer. Also, Ozarks Amphitheater, our exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, and American Elm Company. Thank you for your support of Happy Hour on Lake TV. We have a fantastic show lined up for you. We're going to be visiting Swallowtail Scratch Kitchen Food Truck. Fantastic, amazing food. You're not going to want to miss that. We also sit down with Heather Brown from the Convention of Visitors Bureau. But up next, we have Constance Hoffman from Central Ozark Medical Center. All that and more right here on Happy Hour.
Breaking Benjamin. Live in concert in Camdenton with special guests Bush and Another Day Dawns. See them live at Ozarks Amphitheater May 11th. Get tickets now at ozarksamp.com. For more, visit breakingbenjamin.com. Get tickets now.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the Polar Plunge to festivals parades, Aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Welcome back to Happy Hour. I'm your host, DJ Kyle, and we have Constance Hoffman here. Thank you, Constance, for coming on to the show. And Constance is with the Central Ozarks Medical Center, and I'm very excited to hear the new things that you have coming up, because every time you're on the show, there's always something new, and there's always something out of the box that you guys are doing at COMC. And I also have to let you know, thanks to you, I got in to see the dentist the other day. I guess it was a week or so ago. And I have another follow-up appointment coming up in, I think, next week. So I'm very excited about that. But thank you again for being on the show today.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. And I can't wait to hear about your experience.
Well, I'll just tell you, I have to say, I visited the COMC in Lori.
Yes.
And I was floored by the happiness, the excitement that was in the building. When I went in, I was the only one sitting down there at the time, and the ladies behind the window, they called me up and really helped me out. And there was just so much joy and happiness that I felt there. And even going back and seeing the nurses or the dental assistants that came in at the beginning, and then seeing the doctor, it was just, from start to finish, I just felt like I was family there. Oh. So I don't know what you guys are doing there to make that happen, but it was amazing.
That's wonderful, because that's exactly how we want our patients to feel. That, not only comfortable, because coming to and seeing a provider, no matter what, can be a stressful situation at times, and we want to treat people like family and know that we're approachable.
Yeah, and Dr. Ramos, fantastic dentist. He was just, again, it felt like family. Like I was sitting there, and it was just like we knew each other forever. And that was the first time I met him, but I felt like that. So again, good. Congratulations to COMC for making that happen. Now you guys have a lot of new things that are coming up, some new OBGYNs, but real quick, let's talk about the new dentists that we have in the area, because I know several people I've been talking to, trying to find a dentist myself, and they're like, we're having a tough time. It's just so tough. You call one and they can't take you for another, 8 or 10 months or something. So tell us about some of the new people that you have coming through.
Absolutely. Well, as you mentioned, we have our two new providers, two new dentists in our Lori location. And later this summer, we'll have a new one in our Richland location as well, which isn't really that far when you consider it, from this location, you're talking maybe 35, 40 minutes. So, it's not too far to go. So we will be having full staff of all of our dentists in all of our locations. So we're very excited.
That is great. So you guys cover everything. You have dentists and just your regular wellness checkups and your family doctors, and what are some of the other things that maybe people don't know that COMC covers?
Absolutely. So for specialties, we also have a sports medicine doctor. We have, as you mentioned, family practice. We have 2 pediatricians on staff, one in Osage Beach and one in Lori. So for someone that's looking for someone to take care of their little ones all the way up till about 16, 18, that would be the place to go in one of those locations. And we also have an abundance of OBGYN. So we deliver a lot of babies, almost 300 babies last year.
Oh, wow. and what better people to take care of your babies than someone that feels like family? And again, I love the environment that you make there. So the new OBGYNs, they're going to be coming in soon, and so going to be accepting some new patients as well?
Absolutely. We have 2 new OBGYN providers that will be at our Osage Beach clinic. And to prepare for them, we've turned over 2 new patient rooms, and everything has fresh paint. So we're really kind of proud of its new image. But yes, one will be joining us probably about the middle to end of May, one a little bit later into the month of June. But they can start calling now and trying to schedule some appointments for later in May. Very
nice. Now, people could go to your website, I would assume, and see all of the different places and clinics that they can go to and get phone numbers and contacts that way?
Absolutely. Our website does list all of our locations, and you can even go in and see a picture of a provider, so you can see whom you're going to be visiting.
Very nice.
So yes, but our easiest number for all of our locations is our 877-406 COMC. That will get you absolutely anywhere you want to go.
Nice. I love that. And again, you guys are involved in just about everything. Everywhere I turn, I see a COMC. You're set up at a booth or you have a vehicle out there. So what are some of the new things that you have coming up with the COMC being out in the community?
We do love being out in the community. That's, we're here to serve. Absolutely, that's what we're about. Upcoming would be the Dogwood Festival. That would be our next event. That will be this Friday and Saturday where we will be there. We will have a booth on both days, and our mobile medical unit will actually be open on Saturday. What we'll be doing is we will have a provider on one section of the unit. So if anyone has a scrape, a bump, need any type of assistance, we will have a provider there and a nurse.
And at the Dogwood, you got all the rides and kids running around, so someone might trip and scrape up their knee, and what better place than COMC to get all squared away.
We will be right there, absolutely.
Great.
And the unit is divided into two sections. So that will be one section, and then the other section will be for our young parents. So those that have infants, we will provide a quiet, comfortable, warm, because it's going to be a little chilly, maybe even a little damp this weekend, comfortable place for them to nurse as well as to change their little ones. Diapers and wipes will be provided by the changing table, and we'll have snacks, of course, for mom.
Wow. So what else do you do with the mobile unit? Is this just for the public events, or are you taking this out in the communities?
A little bit of both. Our main focus is to go out into the community. Right now we are serving 2 locations in Pulaski County, that being Waynesville and Crocker, and we do fluctuate each week. Our whole purpose of having the mobile unit is to bring our services to those rural areas that may not have transportation or some other type of barrier that would prevent them from getting assistance. So no more barriers, we're coming to you.
Oh, that's great.
And then we try and use the mobile unit, for local events, again, to provide those types of services when needed.
I just think that's such an amazing thing, that you're not just setting up a booth and handing out pamphlets, but you're really like hands-on. You're putting your mobile unit where your mouth is. You're really helping with the community and providing those safe places that parents can come and feed their kid or change their kid and not have to worry about, rushing into the bathroom or whatever and like setting them on the sink that, might have water or whatever. So you have like nice, clean area for them to get that accomplished. I think that's amazing.
We're so proud to be able to do it because we really do see ourselves as a community partner.
That's great. And another thing that we want to talk about while you're on the air here is the Medicaid renewal process. I know we were talking a little bit before we started shooting, and I didn't know how this all went down, but during COVID, the Medicare process used to just be automatically renewed. Is that correct?
That is correct. Before COVID, you could be renewed as long as nothing really had changed with with your status and that sort of thing. Now with COVID for the 3 years, they just automatically would renew everyone. And we have over 1 million people in the state of Missouri that use Medicaid. So we were glad that the government didn't break that down with during that horrible time with COVID. But now that COVID has lessened and hopefully on its way out, with the government has renewing that process. So whatever month you initially had signed up to be part of Medicaid, which is Missouri Health, that you will be receiving a letter asking you to renew and to verify that something may have changed. So no longer will be automatically updated. It's very important though, if you have moved somewhere in the state of Missouri, that you do let them know. And you can let them know at their website, which is mydss.mo.gov. Okay. Or you can always contact a CHW at COMC and we'll help you, no charge.
Wow. So you'll just walk them through the steps of making sure that they get renewed and that they know. So again, if you have moved and maybe your mail is not coming to your current location, make sure you check that mail to make sure you get renewed and you don't get dropped or whatever. Is that how it works?
That's exactly how it works. We want to make sure that your care continues. Absolutely.
That is wonderful. Constance, again, thank you so much for coming on the show and telling us all about the things that you have going on at COMC. Why don't you share with us all how people can get a hold of Central Ozarks Medical Center and visit one of your locations and maybe even list some of the locations that you have? You have a lot, so we don't have all the time in the world, but...
Well, we started in Richland in '79. We're in Camdenton, Osage Beach, Eldon, and Laurie. We also have our mobile medical and mobile dental unit. The easiest way to find out about us is to go to our website, which is www.centralozarks.org, or call us at 877-406-COMC and follow us on Facebook for all of our updates.
Yeah, and take it from me, this place is just top notch, from the staff, their brains and the smartness that they bring to the medical side of things. I really love it. And again, you feel like family when you go to COMC, and I feel like family when you show up here. So thank you again for being on the show with us.
Thanks, Kyle. Always a pleasure.
We have so much more coming up on Happy Hour right here on Lake TV.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Hey, you might have heard about the fire that happened at Ozarks Amphitheater just recently. I want to let you know the show must go on. They say that it's not affecting any of their shows that they have coming up. And as the exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, we want to let you know about some upcoming shows. Breaking Benjamin with special guest Another Day Dawns, happening Thursday, May 11th. Mark your calendars. Also, the Avett Brothers are coming in with special guest Government Mule. That's happening Friday, June 16th. Don't forget, get your tickets online, ozarksamp.com.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, welcome back to Happy Hour. We are standing here with Emily and Andrew from Swallowtail. And Emily, Andrew, thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the history behind Swallowtail Scratch Kitchen.
So I guess it started when I was a wee lad. No, I'm just kidding. Probably about a few years ago during COVID, we met, and we've both been wanting to open up our own business for quite a while now, since culinary school. So we just decided that the lake was a good place to be. It was, up and coming. There's a lot of people moving here, and just something new for the area.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys, you have this obviously moving vehicle that you can take anywhere.
Yep.
A lot of times you're here in the parking lot of the Shortleaf Brewing here in Camdenton. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of like your home station, is that right? And then you go out for different food truck events and other things that are going on? What are some of the things that you guys are involved in?
So the food truck, we're trying to focus more on that right now, but we've been doing like private dinners. So we'll go to your house and cook like a 5-course meal or more. We do all kinds of little events. Coming up, we're going to have the Food Truck Festival in Osage Beach, April 29th and 30th.
Absolutely, we'll be there. I plan on it.
Awesome.
That's always such a fun time. And I've had your guys' food. I'm a big fan of yours, but just to let you know. But I've sat out here and had several dishes that you guys make, and what you make is just spectacular. And it's very outside the box thinking, but it's all like the very finest ingredients, like homemade, local raised. So tell us, you guys partner with a lot of farmers to get some of your ingredients.
Yeah, we like to, kind of work with the seasons, work with our local farmers, get the best ingredients we can. Even like, for instance, the flours from a mill that's freshly ground. All the vegetables, all the meats are from local farmers. And we just like to use the seasons as our friend when we cook.
Yeah. And I love that your menu is fairly short. You usually have, 6-7 things on your menu at a time, and it's ever changing. So if you come here this week, you might have something totally different than if you come back next week, and it's all seasonal kind of things. But again, the stuff that you're putting out is something that I'm like, I don't even know how you came up with this idea. Like, I had a duck brat, never had a duck brat in my life. And how do you come up with these concepts? You just as culinary, you just kind of like grab some things and go, let's just shake it up.
We like to call it upscale fair food. So you think of like, a pot pie, like that's pretty basic. Everybody's eating a pot pie. But, we like to elevate it just a little bit. Use those fresh ingredients. Use something just a little bit different that we enjoy, which is like a rabbit in this case, or duck. We've done both. Or like, bratwurst. Everybody's had a bratwurst. We really like our guy that raises ducks. He does a really good job. So we're like, how can we involve duck in a bratwurst? So.
Okay, so let's talk about how you guys are making. I would like to order the mushroom toast and the lamb burger. That's what you guys are making today, right?
Yep.
Okay, how do you go about making this mushroom toast? Tell us a little bit about the mushroom toast.
So we make everything from scratch. So I make the rye bread with some of the spent grain from a short leaf. So then we slice that and we grill it on our wood fire grill in there. And then we have a spinach and pecan tapenade that we make that's mixed with some Gouda. Spread that on there. We have some cone feed mushrooms, which are mushrooms that are just cooked in some really nice fat. And then we grill those as well. And then on top of that is a chipotle yogurt sauce, which we make the yogurt. And then we have some duck ham on there as well.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Way outside the box thinking. This is not your average food truck. This isn't just, some fried mozzarella sticks. So let's talk about the lamb burger. What goes into the lamb burger? The
lamb burger is it's a crowd pleaser. People really like the lamb burger. So local lamb, local beef. We mix the two, grind it ourselves. And then we also make the pretzel bun that the burger goes on. It has a beer cheese that obviously we make with the beer from the brewery. And then it has bacon jam that we also make. And then some grilled greens and a curry mustard.
Wow. Again, this is an experience to come and visit your food truck. Where could people come to visit?
So we're here at Short Leaf on South 5 in Camdenton 4 days a week. Thursday 4 to 8, Friday 4 to 8, Saturday 12 to 10, and then Sunday 12 to 5.
Fantastic. Yeah. And then of course they can spot you all out on the food truck events and other things going on. How do they get in contact with you? How do they follow you? Can they follow you on Facebook? Is that the best place?
Facebook is probably the best place to look for us. We always post menus and our hours if things change. So follow us on Facebook, or you can text or call us at 573-480-5122.
Wonderful. Again, Swallowtail Scratch Kitchen. Fantastic. I cannot wait to see all this food plated. So let's get to it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so it is absolutely amazing what they just plated here. We have the mushroom toast right here, and it's just beautiful. I have my short leaf beer that would pair very well with this. I don't know if it pairs very well, but it's good. And it's happy hour, so you have to have a beer. So let's try this mushroom toast. This just, what went into making this. Look at that right there. Oh, I'm excited about this. The ingredients that went into that toast, that is amazing. The bread is, even the bread just alone is spectacular, but those toppings, my mouth can't even like keep up with the amazingness that is happening in this bite. I've got to go in for more. I've got to go in for more before I get to that lamb burger. So let's jump into this. But I have to say with this toast, the toppings that are on there are all, like they all play a perfect role with making that such a great bite. So let's try this lamb burger. And I've had their smash burger before, and their smash burger is amazing. So I'm sure this is gonna be equally amazing. A homemade pretzel bun that they've made, and this lamb burger, look at that. I'm sure this is gonna be a messy bite. Let's just jump in. Swallowtail, you've done it again. You've made my mouth happy. If you do not get yourself to Swallowtail and try this, sample this, something's wrong with you. This is for any foodie. You don't have to be a mushroom fan to enjoy this mushroom toast. I've never had a lamb burger in my life, but now I'm a lamb burger fan now. Swallowtail Scratch Kitchen. This place has some great food. I've got to go because I got to eat more of this. Get out of here.
Breaking Benjamin, live in concert in Camdenton, with special guests Bush and Another Day Dawns. See them live at Ozarks Amphitheater, May 11th. Get tickets now at ozarksamp.com. For more, visit breakingbenjamin.com. Get tickets now.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the Polar Plunge to festivals parades, Aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've got to love Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, welcome to Happy Hour, and I have the pleasure of being here at Wilmore Lodge with my good friend Heather. Heather, thank you so much for joining us. And Heather is the executive director, right?
Yes.
Of the Lake of the Ozarks Convention, CVB, Convention of Visitor Bureau.
There you go.
Hey, I got that. I have to do that slow because I get tongue-tied if I try to do it fast.
Yes.
Now tell me, why is it so important for Lake of the Ozarks to have a Convention of Visitors Bureau? Like, I assume the regular answer, but tell us a little bit more about this.
So most communities have chambers, which is where we're at today. We're at a Chamber of Commerce office, which is absolutely beautiful. I think we could all agree on that. But not every area has a Convention of Visitor Bureau, so it's a valid question. So not everyone knows exactly what we do, and so in certain areas that are high tourism locations, maybe it's for conventions or maybe it's for leisure travel, as we would call it, there's CVBs, Convention and Visitor Bureaus. And so our goal is to bring visitors here, whether it's for a convention or just for vacation. And so because we have this beautiful body of water that was finalized in 1931, which the place we're sitting in right now is actually a museum for the creation of the lake. You can see a turbine, you can see a whole bunch of cool artifacts from when it was created. This was actually the headquarters for the corporate office of the engineers and those that came down and worked on the Bagnell Dam that created this entire lake. So in 1931 it was finalized. Massive, 1,150 miles of shoreline, 92 miles long, covers 54,000 acres, which that's a lot of acres.
Oh, yeah.
Covers 3 counties, Miller, Morgan, and Camden County, as well as multiple towns and just communities in general. And so once that was created, we had a few business leaders that said, this is spectacular.
Yeah.
We gotta promote this. We gotta let people know it's here. And so in 1932, we were created, the Lake of the Ozarks Convention and Visitor Bureau, and so we started promoting, not me in general, I wasn't here in 1932.
Yeah, but back in 1932, it was mostly Facebook and Twitter, sending out tweets in the 30s.
That's right. No, it was brochures, it was booklets, it was trade shows.
There they were sending out tweets with just like doves. They would just put little notes and go, tell people about the lake.
Just drop it in their town. No, it was, it was really cool. And actually, a lot of people, back then the railroad was big. And so Eldon was a railroad town. And so it was just great. You could, get here easily, believe it or not. And so, they just promoted the lake area. And over the years, of course, as communications have evolved, as, technology has evolved, we've evolved. And so now we do use all those mediums. And it's just a real economic way to let people know what we have. And TV, just sitting here, having the lake view. It's just a beautiful atmosphere. And so we just got to let people know about it. And so that's my job, to sell fun.
And what you do is absolutely amazing. I got the opportunity to go to one of your evening events where we do some fundraising and stuff, and the charities that you're involved in to help out. But I love that someone said, I think it was Legina, that was talking about how we used to just reach out, or the CVB would reach out to, Kansas, Kansas City, Illinois, and now we're looking at places much farther away and doing a lot more advertising in like Chicago and areas that maybe we just need to broaden the spectrum. And so you guys are really at the forefront of getting the word out of Lake of the Ozarks.
We are, and Drive Market. Once again, we're a big area, but compared to like your big cities like Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City, our budgets can't compete with that. The only monies that we have to promote this entire community is a lodging tax, which is what Legina does. She's head of the Tri-County Lodging Association, and they do a fantastic job marketing the lake with those marketing dollars, and we partner with them. We do all the ad creative, and we do a lot of work behind the scenes for them. But having said that, when it's a drive market and a smaller budget, you did focus on just your surrounding states, 200 to 300 miles was kind of your parameter. And then with technology, it's just gotten amazing. I can say, hey, let's go to Dallas and let's just promote in Dallas just using social media, and we can create a buzz and get those people over here. So it's really expanded our reach for a real affordable price. The other thing that really helped us, which aided in the numbers she was giving, was, I hate to say it, COVID. When a lot of those communities were shut down, they weren't open, we have an outdoor destination. You can be on a boat away from people safely. We have the largest state park in the state of Missouri, so you can go hiking, you can go biking, you can go kayaking, fishing, and not see a soul. People flocked here.
Oh, it was busy.
All over. And Dallas was a huge market for us. Denver is an emerging market for us right now. And so we saw new markets that we hadn't really seen before really starting to travel up. And so we really started putting more efforts in those markets. Northern states have always been a really good market for us because we're warm earlier. So golfing, if you're up there and you're getting snow in March, but down here you can go golfing, guess what? You're coming down south, or you can go ahead and get on the water and fish, things like that. So northern states love to come down here in the spring, and so that's always been a great market for us. But yeah, that Dallas, Denver, those little farther away places have been real interesting.
And I love the guides that you guys offer for all the different things at Lake of the Ozarks. I always have to go to the restaurant guide and let my drool over every page of all the great food that we have here. And it's those things that you're showing everyone all the things that Lake of the Ozarks has to offer. What are some of the events that are going to be coming up and some things that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so we have a lot of great events at Lake of the Ozarks. So first of all, if you're coming down or you're interested, go to funlake.com. Full comprehensive list of events, and there's no way I can go over every event we have. However, we like to celebrate down here. Fun Lake is our website, so I sell fun. Part of fun is events and having fun, so we're really excited about that. We have our Harbor Hop coming up, which is May 6th. It's on a Saturday. It's always the first Saturday of May. It's a huge, fun poker game on water, but we do get people that drive, so that's exciting as well, so you can come by land.
And it stretches all through Lake of the Ozarks. All the water bars, you swing in, and I love it because I get to DJ a lot of times at different places, and just to see, that's kind of like the big kickoff of getting out on the water and getting your boats going and heading out to all these restaurants and bars. And of course, for the restaurants and bars, that's the big kickoff for them. That's their big, busy day and busy weekend. So.
So you said it exactly right. The whole purpose when that was created, actually the Fall Harbor Hop was created first. It's been going on for 37 years. It was created by Randy Kelly at Kelly's Port because as a marina, he was like, everybody just closes up, come Labor Day, they were done, they're off the water. Memorial Day, they open up. So they were only here a couple months, and he's like, we still have beautiful weather all the way through October, so we need to do something to get them to keep their boats on the water. And so they created that. It just took off. And then once it took off, it was more than he was wanting to take on, and so it got moved over to the Marine Dealers Association, and they took it on, and then of course it became so big, so then the Lake of the Ozarks Convention and Visitor Bureau took it on, and so we've been managing it now for decades. And then at some point, someone along the way said, hey, let's do a kickoff. Let's start the boating season and let's end the boating season. And so you see a lot of these waterfront locations, that's their first day open or their first week, and that's their last day.
I would dare to say the person that came up with the idea had a boat.
And
was sitting there going, I really want to get out on the water. I have an idea. We can get some friends together. If I get enough friends together, I can, get out on the water.
That's right. And the fall one's super fun as well because people dress up in Halloween costumes. And it's amazing. Like, I love seeing the creativity. People who've been doing it for years have their t-shirts made. So
all
it's
matching.
a fun day. Fun day. So we have the 2 harbor hops this year. So you definitely want to make sure you take advantage of that. Fishing tournaments go on year round. So there's always 10 of those. So if you're a fisherman or you think you want to dabble in that, you can always go to funlake.com and check those out. We also have Dogwood Festival coming up, which is a big festival for our community. It's in Camdenton, and that's at the end of April. And then going into season, you know, we have different things from boat races like Lake Race to the shootout to just lots of little small poker runs and different things that happen. Once you go into the fall, we have Bike Fest, which is a big bike rally down here at Lake of the Ozarks. We get people from all over the country attend that event. We also have all the fall festivals, which if you have not been to Lake of the Ozarks during fall, it is not only a beautiful time to visit Lake of the Ozarks just for the fall foliage and just the temperatures. Our golf in the fall is through the roof, just best time to be on the course, but also those festivals. So you have Apple Festival down in Versailles, you have the Turkey Festival in Eldon, and so you have swapping days, you have pumpkin patches, and you know, just different fall fun festive. It's like a Hallmark movie down here, to be honest, with a big lake in the middle.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
You know, and so it's beautiful, and so I always encourage people to come in the fall, and then as soon as that wraps up, we go right into holiday season. And again, we have holiday events. We have 3 major light parks that, you know, anyone can come and drive through. So just really any time of year, you can almost just make it a fun trip, no matter where you're from.
So I assume you don't get a day off, right? Because there's always something going on at Lake of the Ozarks.
There is.
Year round, there's things going on, just like you said. And so you're having to get out and promote, and I love it. Once again, where can people go to get all of the information?
Funlake.com is where you go. Check it out. Like this weekend, I'll be at a parade. So there's always something to do down here. So just if you already know the weekend you're coming, or if you haven't decided if you want to come, go to funlake.com. Everything's on there to plan your trip. We also have a really cool tool called the Visit Widget. Most people don't know what that is unless you've been to our website. It's a visit widget.
Visit widget.
I know, and so it's an interactive planning tool. You can click it, and let's say you're coming down here just for Harbor Hop. Okay, and you know that you're going to stay, well, here we're at Wilmore Lodge, so you know that you're probably going to start at Neon Taco, okay, because you're staying by Neon Taco, so you want to start your Harbor Hop there. And so you can go from that point and see what else is near you. So after you're done with Harbor Hop and the next day, let's say you want to do some shopping, you want to eat out, you want to do different things, you can plan your entire itinerary on this tool. And you can put in either an event you're attending. Let's say you're coming down for shootout, and you know where shootout's going to be, so you want lodging by there. So you can pick that location and see all the lodging available around that shootout, and then from there, where's dining, where's the attractions, what can I do? And so it really helps you plan your weekend or your time while you're down here, your week. And then once you kind of get it built, you can share it with other people in your group. You can send it to grandma, you can send it to the aunt, you can send it to your friends.
Here's some itinerary stuff that
and then
we have
they can
going.
tweak it or look at it or say, I don't know. And it gives you drive time. This is another thing a lot of people don't realize. We cover 54,000 acres. So by water, you're really close, but by land, it could take you an hour. So by having this planning tool, it can really help one with estimating your times, kind of having an idea, well, do I want to drive an hour to go eat at that restaurant, or should I find one closer? So it may be worth it, it may not. You just have to decide what your timing is for that day. So it's a really cool planning tool that we encourage people to check out. Look, we are adding biking trails, hiking trails to that tool as well. So that way, if you want to be just a complete outdoors weekend or week, you can also plan that.
Oh, the Visit Widget.
The Visit Widget.
I really like that.
Yeah,
That's
so go
fun.
to funlake.com. It's on there, the events, everything. So
This is great. This has been a fun time. And of course, in this beautiful place, Wilmore Lodge. If you have not checked out Wilmore Lodge, make sure you get here. Go through, like, you could see the whole history of Lake of the Ozarks and how it began and how it got built. And thank you so much for doing what you do to Lake of the Ozarks.
Thank you.
And how long have you been with the CVB?
So I have technically been there about 12 years, give or take,
I
because
know
I
it's
took
been
a
a
little
while.
bit of time away, but I came back. I had some kids and came back, and so I just love it. I love tourism. It's definitely a passion of mine, and when you sell fun, how can you hate it? So,
That's right.
Funlake.com.
That is absolutely perfect. Funlake.com. When you sell fun, how can you hate it? I love it. So welcome to Lake of the Ozarks, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with us and telling us all the things that we need to know about Lake of the Ozarks. Heather, it's been great.
Thank you. Thanks
And
for having me.
good luck with everything else.
Thank you.
More Happy Hour coming up after this.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Hey, you might have heard about the fire that happened at Ozarks Amphitheater just recently. I want to let you know the show must go on. They say that it's not affecting any of their shows that they have coming up. And as the exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, we want to let you know about some upcoming shows. Breaking Benjamin with special guest Another Day Dawns happening Thursday, May 11th. Mark your calendars. Also, the Avett Brothers are coming in with special guest Government Mule. That's happening Friday, June 16th. Don't forget, get your tickets online, ozarksamp.com.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. Hey, for the gorgeous Wild Will, I'm Uncle Chris, and we got a great cup of coffee show for you this week. Osage Beach Mayor Harmison is on. Big things going on in Osage Beach.
So many developments there, plus Jeff Renetti with Ballparks National on to talk about their sportsmanship initiative.
And usually when cops show up to your birthday party, it's not good, but we have a birthday party with cops that's great.
For one, Max Hollingsworth, plus the Surdike House officially for sale. Tell you about that and a whole lot more on this week's show.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it. Welcome to another Furry Friends presented by our veterinary on Lake TV. I'm Megan Albers. This is Mary Meow Me Tilly. And today we're featuring a very sweet pup called Ramsey.
Yes.
Tell me about Ramsey.
Ramsey was brought into us as a stray. He is about, I'm blanking on age
notes.
right now. I got notes.
She's prepared.
He is about 7 months old.
Okay.
He's been with us for about 2 months.
Okay.
He was found on the side of the road somewhere near Iberia, and no owners could be located or anything, so we got him fixed and vetted and all that, and he's ready to go. Ramsey's a very sweet boy.
He is.
He's very, very good with other dogs as long as they are playful. He has what we call a rough and rowdy play style.
Okay.
So if you have a very calm dog that doesn't like to play rough, might not be the right fit for you. But if you got a dog that needs a play buddy and who likes to play a little wild, he would be a perfect match.
Okay.
Because he gets out here in the yard with the other rough and rowdies and they just go to town.
The other rough and rowdies.
Yep.
Sounds like a gang.
we're very careful. When the dogs are ready to go, and after they've been fixed and their sutures and everything are gone, their incisions are healed, and we put them in play groups. We're very careful about who we mix together, and we introduce them slowly to find the perfect matches so that we can put them out in the yard together and everybody has fun and we don't have to worry about injuries and things like that. So lately we've got so many young puppies right now. We're having a blast with having 8 to 10 little babies out here just running around like crazy.
How fun.
And then we've got several that are in this 6 months to a year range, some of them who are more active players than others, so we match them up in 2 to 3 that can come out in the yard together so everybody has a buddy they can play with.
That's good. I love that intentionality.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
the girls put a lot of work into that, making sure that who can safely go together and come out and have fun in the yard.
Yeah. So does he have any requirements or stipulations or anything?
Nope, nothing other than just our normal application.
Okay.
There's nothing extra on him. He's a good little healthy boy, and we're just looking for the right home for him. Where he's going to maybe somebody with school age kids, that can help run some of that energy out of him would be a great match. And as far as cats go, we haven't ever had him nose to nose with a cat. But when they're out here in this yard and our catio's right over there, sometimes we can see, do they pay attention when the cats are out there? Sometimes we have dogs that will fixate and they'll just stare at him. And we haven't noticed anything like that with him. He just seems to not care that they're there. So, it's a good sign that he probably wouldn't go, if you had a cat in the home, might want to play with it, but probably wouldn't eat it.
Hopefully. He seems like he has a great temperament. He's super sweet, super friendly, and he's at that perfect age where he's still kind of moldable a little bit. So
so I will say that he does need quite a bit of training. He does seem to do pretty good on a leash.
Okay.
But as far as potty training goes, he's gonna need some work on that for certain.
Which is totally doable. It just takes a lot of patience. And some pet spray.
Once you get him in a home and you get him on a routine, most of the pups, especially around this age or so, he seems to be a smart boy and he should be able to pick up on routine pretty quick.
Yeah. So, of course, if you want to come and meet him, you can swing by the shelter or you can apply online, ozarkscatandcanine.com. Now, you guys have a food barn. We haven't talked about it in a while. How are you guys doing on food?
We're doing okay right now. It's trickling in, but what we're seeing right now is we're getting a lot of people coming in. It's puppy season. We're well into puppy season. Kitten season is starting full force. So what we're seeing right now is people who are coming in, they're wanting to know if we can take the puppies, and when we can't, then we want to be able to help them with food. And so right now, is another important time. We're handing out a lot of dog food, a lot of puppy food for those right now, and it's going to be the same thing with the cats. Coming up here shortly, we're starting to get a lot of calls about pregnant mamas outside or just had babies. And one thing that we see, or one thing that we know, is when a mama is nursing, it is best to give her puppy food or kitten food for a cat.
Interesting.
Because it has a higher nutrient content.
That makes sense.
You want to give the babies the higher quality nutrients and everything so that they're healthy and they grow. And it's important to give the mamas that too while they're nursing because they're losing all that, everything that they eat is going out to the babies. And so that just helps mama keep up her nutrients while she's feeding, helps keep her healthy while she's trying to make her babies healthy.
Yeah, that's smart.
So puppy and kitten food right now would be, normally we don't push that as much. But right now this is the time of year when we probably really need that more than some other times a year.
All right. And people can just drop that off and they can also give financially as well to go towards food?
Correct. So you're welcome. We've got on our website, got Amazon wish list, Chewy wish list, so they can order online and have it shipped here. They can pick it up at the store and drop it off here. If the shelter's not open yet, so the front gate of the property opens when the thrift store opens at 10 a.m. but the shelter building doesn't open till noon.
Okay.
So if they happen to come between 10 and 12, if we're not in the lobby, they can drop it off on our little porch by the soda machine, and we'll pick it up when we come back up. Because up till noon, we're usually out on the floor with the animals.
Yeah.
If they do send a financial donation, if they send a check or something in the mail, they need to designate on there, this is for the food barn.
Okay.
Because we are not, the organization does not allow us to use our regular general funds for the food barn. That is strictly on donations.
Okay.
But if we get a check in that says, I want this to go to the food pantry, then we'll cash that check, or we'll use the cash or whatever, and we'll physically go to the store and buy it and stock that.
Okay. All right, makes sense.
Yep.
So you can apply to adopt this super sweet pup, or give and find out a whole bunch of other information on the website, ozarkscatandcanine.com. Let's get this sweet pup adopted. He's going to make someone a very, very happy family.
I agree.
He's
Yep.
very, very sweet.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again, Mary. It's always fun.
Yep.
It's great. That does it for another Furry Friends presented by our veterinary here on Lake TV. Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, you might have heard about the fire that happened at Ozarks Amphitheater just recently. I want to let you know the show must go on. They say that it's not affecting any of their shows that they have coming up. And as the exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, we want to let you know about some upcoming shows. Breaking Benjamin with special guest Another Day Dawns, happening Thursday, May 11th. Mark your calendars. Also, the Avett Brothers are coming in with special guest Government Mule. That's happening Friday, June 16th. Don't forget, get your tickets online, ozarksamp.com.
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the Polar Plunge to festivals, parades, Aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV.
Thank you so much for joining us on Happy Hour. I want to say thanks to our veterinary and that Furry Friends segment. Always a fun time. Also, thanks to our guests that we had on the show today, Constance Hoffman, Heather Brown, and of course, Swallowtail Scratch Kitchen Food Truck. And again, thank you to each and every one of our sponsors, Ozark Barge and Dock, Surdike Yamaha. They're going to be on our show next week with our year-round fun. It's going to be a fantastic time. And our exclusive attraction of Happy Hour, the Ozarks Amphitheater. Join us next week for more Happy Hour right here on Lake TV.